The Jackal, a team's greatest weapon or worst nightmare. Today I'm going to go through my 5-step process of coaching the Jackal. And so we're going to start with step number 1, and that's the final position. How we want our players to end up in a strong position over the ball. So let's crack on with it. We need our players to get very comfortable in the final jackling position. So we start with our legs and we want our base very, very wide. So generally we're looking for 1 foot around the head and the other foot just past the knees. Here, it allows us to get right over the ball. Our key words here are elbows to floor. So what we're trying to do, when we're coming into this position, we're trying to get right down and getting our elbows as close to the ball as possible. So this position looks like we're coming right down over the ball, and if you see, all my forearms are touching the ground. When we come into this later on, one of the movements is going to be really aiming to push down quick and get over that ball quickly. Remember, we're not trying to put hands down, we're trying to wrap the ball up. And so from this position, what we'll often see are players reaching for the ball with 2 hands. Now the problem with this is that it leaves a very big space for a player to clean me out. If I'm only coming in from here, a player who's going to come clean me out has all the space to get under me, win that shoulder battle and knock me back. So we're trying to get right over the ball, and the 2 points of the ball, we actually want to try and sit on the inside of our forearms. So when we're coming over, we're getting right down. So the ball is sitting nicely on top of my forearms. I can then wrap, I can pull. If I get blown out, I can take the ball with me. So a good way just to do this, get your players just coming in, bit of a thigh workout, coming in and just getting used just to coming right down on that ball. Second option to practice as well is that sometimes they'll start to present that ball. Same as before, we don't want players reaching with their hands and doing this. It's a very bad image for the referee. Also, we have very little power. What we want to try and do is get that ball back, pull it back into the player, get into position, and then wrestle it again. Why we do that is that we're using the player as support for ourselves. So if we've got our knees into the player, we're pulling the ball in and up, we're in a very strong position if someone comes and tries to blow us out, but also if someone tries to pull us off the ball, we can generally balance ourselves and stay over the ball. This will be the example. So we're getting in, wide base, elbows to floor, trying to get underneath that ball. Remember, we're trying not to touch the ground. And another good key word is chest to ball. So we're trying to get chest right down low, perfect position, beautifully supporting his weight. Now, one other key point is we don't want to keep our head up, we actually want to keep our head tucked in. The neck and back is a very strong point of contact. When someone comes in and cleans, it's not going to hurt as much as if they get you on the head. So we're going to be really tucked in. From here, it is next to impossible to do a good clean out. When we're coaching this position, we just want to make sure they're in a very strong and stable position. So you can just come through, give a few pushes, see how they go. And one of the weakest points potentially is if they get pulled over. So we just want to give them a few pulls and see how they come over. So this is another great point that we need to be coaching, is just that they get used to adapting that footwork. And that's why we need such a strong and wide base, is because if we do feel that movement, if our feet are a bit close or too far back, when they give us a pull, we're just going to fall straight over. We actually want to be able to get some little bit of movement while we're in that strong position. So if we try that again, wide base, elbows to floor, strong position, just give him a push, see how he goes, a lot stronger. So that's what we're aiming for. That's a position that we want to finish in for step 1. Step 2, we're going to be coming in as a support player, and what we're focusing on is that same movement. What we don't want to see, we don't want to see players coming in and ducking down. So you can just get players coming in, jumping in, and like we said in step 1, we're almost trying to punch the ground with our elbows. We don't want hands first, because that shows an image that we're not supporting our weight. So we're punching down with our elbows and trying to get into that same position. So if we do it in real time, we're basically coming in, pushing down and getting over that ball. From here, nice strong position. Remember, we're trying to get our forearms underneath those points, the 2 points of the ball. So if we give that a go, just come in and just get the player to stay there for a second, and once again, just give them a little push and pull to see if they're in a very strong position. I'm not even going to try to push that, that's pretty darn good. We'll do it one more time, let's have another look. coming in, boom. Remember, really get them to force those elbows to the ground. Nice strong position. We'll do it one more time just to have a little check. When you're ready, boom, strong, pull, get them going. Wonderful. Step 3, we're going to be coming in as though we're the tackler. And so this is just an easy drill just to get players used to coming to that position. So we get them starting with their chest on the thigh as though it's just a tackle. And a good little technique here is actually to use the chest and their body as a pivot. So we're actually not jumping up, we're actually swinging around, using that as a pivot with our weight and bringing our legs right around to the base of the head. So if we try that, give it a go. Finished in the right position. What we want that is to be very explosive. So if I give it a go, we're starting in tackling position, chest here, and basically we want to come straight over. In that same movement, we're getting down over the ball. So if we try that one more time, try and really powerful movement, swing that body around and over. If we can see, we can always just keep improving the little details of leg width, depth on ball, but it's just a nice little drill. The other drill is start a bit further back and just get them exploding, press up and jump around and try and swing and land in the perfect position. So if we just try that, jump up, nearly, we saw that a double movement, we lifted up, small jump, second jump. So from here, our objective is to just jump directly into position with hands on ball. So you can just do a few repetitions and get players used to coming through and getting into that position. Let's try it one more time. Still a little double hop, something to work on. We can get them doing a few burpees after this. Another drill is if we get up on our knees, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be pulling them down as though it's a tackle. And quite often when this is in a game situation, someone will be tackling him. I'll come in as a support player and I'll either try and pull him down in a lateral position so I can get on top of that ball, or sometimes if they've come in really low, just the one tackler can pull them down and get over the ball. So if we're practicing this, what it looks like is pull down onto feet, jump up the feet, get ball. Okay, so we're going to try that again and try and be really explosive, really aggressive. And once we've gone to the ground and jumping up, we use him to get up, but as soon as we're up, we let go and we get back on the ball. One key point is that we keep an eye when coaching this, that players don't come up, that when they're jumping onto their feet, that they're staying nice and low in this position. So we'll give that one more go. Pull down, perfect, rinse and repeat. It's a really good warm-up for pre-contact drills, just to get players used to pulling someone down and getting into that strong position. So that was step 4. Now we're moving into step 5, which is full contact. We're attacking at 80%. We've got our ball carrier, tackler, support player. We want our support player coming in and trying to dominate that ball carrier, get him to the ground into a position where he has the best chance of getting hands and getting over that ball, chest to ball. So if we give this a go, we're going to attack, down, he pulls him down, hands over ball. Not bad, but we want to be more aggressive and really get that player right under our feet. We don't want to be giving him a chance to get away. We almost want to force him to the ground where he is, and then in that movement, we let him go, boom. Elbows to floor, under the ball, we steal that ball. So we'll give it one more go. Just come back here. Just sort of go more straight when you're ready. Boom, tackle, pulls the floor, get over ball, get over ball, get over ball. Pretty good, pretty good. Next time, try and rip it up. So that's the Jackal. If you want to see what the ball carrier should be doing, check out these next couple of videos and also on ball presentation. Good luck with your coaching.